I kind of think of this analogy when it comes to a Christian education of like setting a kindling. Like my teachers and everyone who's loved me and poured into me, first through 12th grade here, they were setting kind of firewood, and the foundation was there, but God had to light the spark. I'm really so thankful for that was placed in my life through my teachers and time here.
Well, so for Jessica to have the grounding of the Bible all the way through her formative years, and then now to be able to live it out and see the difference it makes, even through the tough times, I think has been critically important.
Coming from a place where the assumption was Christian to a place where the assumption was the opposite of that. Most of my freshman classes were big lectures, 500 plus students, like Sociology 101, Psychology 101, and just the assumption was there is no God, rely on yourself. Something that I also learned at Northwest Christian is how do I wrestle and think for myself, and when the assumption isn't there, is this what I believe? So what's being taught to me, what's underneath that, and how did they get there, and how am I gonna answer these questions on my own?
We rely on a lot of what Paul had said to the Thessalonians when he said, test everything, and you wanna hold on to what's good and to, abstain from what's evil. And so in that testing process, it's actually being able to be exposed to that from that biblical worldview.
I constantly think of the rootedness I was given, both in my family and them allowing me to come here. Northwest Christian gave me some of my best friends through sports and my bridesmaids. My husband's really felt a calling to leave his engineering job and become a pastor. And so we both came back on staff. And then around that time, Resonate was just at Washington State University. And as a church, we were just saying, what if there's more? We moved to Central Washington University in Ellensburg and started a church there. We've now seen 2 churches come from our site at Central Washington. So we now get to be spiritual parents and supervise 2 other churches that are so dear to us.
The background from Jessica, being a student at Northwest Christian Schools, to today impacting tens and hundreds, and I think eventually going to be thousands of lives through her ministry in the college students, I think has so much to do with a grounding in God's Word.
A big heart of Resonates is to train and find and mobilize the next leaders and pray for a next great revival. We're seeing God move, and we believe He's just getting started. I think some keys that I've seen Northwest Christian do and would encourage you guys to keep doing is to not be afraid. I think there's a lot of fear in the world right now, and a lot of fear that parents might feel in sending their kids to college. Explore what's out there and what's going to be coming for them, the questions they're going to be asked, and the things they're going to come in contact with, and teach them how to love to learn and love to think for themselves, to not be afraid of the big bad world, but to say, how has Jesus given me an opportunity to go out there and bring the kingdom and to be inwardly changed day by day, and as well as help bring change and go after the lost.